Welcome back to Year of the Wager. I'm 2commas, and in today's episode, we're going to see if I can get my long-awaited revenge on Norman Chad. Yeah, we're talking about Norman Chad, the man who beat me in a last longer contest in the $1,500 WSOP horse event several months ago. My embarrassing performance that day, it lives rent-free in my head. But before we dive into the action, I want to see how many of my viewers think that I'm actually going to beat Norman Chad in the last longer. If you do think I'm going to beat him, go ahead, do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you don't think I'm going to beat him, hit the subscribe button. The lead up to our rematch was pure chaos. Trash talk flying through text, and Norman dodging me so much I started calling him Henry Hill. But as game day got closer, his confidence came out of hiding and his boasting got louder. He made it clear, if I don't outplay him on the felt, I'll never hear the end of it. What's going on, everybody? We all know that Norman Chad bested me in a contest of longevity a couple of years ago in the horse tournament. But true to fashion, he's been running and ducking and dodging from me. And now I've tracked him down and we're going to do another last longer for those disgusting bugle potato chips. Norman, what do you have to say about your approach to ducking and dodging me?
I'm glad you have your set of facts, Troy. First of all, I'm running from you. I can't even walk. So don't think I'm running away from you. If you catch me within 5 feet, I haven't been ducking you. This is the first time we've been in the same event together. It's going to be 1,500 stud 8. We're going to go again to see who lasts longer. It's not that hard to last longer than him, which is kind of embarrassing. It's a very low bar we both set. But the winner, yeah, he paid off with was it bugles and
A couple other bags.
Yeah, it was whatever I wanted. But the bugles were so cool. I hadn't had bugles in so long. I hope I get them again this year, but good luck.
Listen, it was a fluke last time. It was more of a miracle than the miracle on the Hudson, and we're not gonna allow that to take place. We're starting off even this time, and we're gonna see who can go the distance. Good luck, but not really.
Yeah, good luck. I'll see you. I won't see you at the final table. Neither of us will get there. See you later, man. Good luck.
All right, bye. The first notable hand in the Stud 8 tournament came in level 4. We had a $100 ante and $500 $1,000 limits. I start with 4-6 in the hole and a 5 up, all different suits in a 3-way pot. My opponents are showing a 9 and a 7 as their door cards. Now in Stud 8, playing with a door card of a 9 is like ordering sushi at a gas station. Technically it's possible, but you probably shouldn't. So either this guy doesn't know what he's doing, or he's got a buried pair, maybe a straight draw. I've got 3 cards to a 6-high straight, which is a dream starter in Stud 8. On 4th Street, I catch a 10, not great. Mr. 9 catches an 8, and Mr. 7 also catches an 8. This is officially a bad street for me. My 10 doesn't help the straight, it doesn't help my low, and now my opponents are blocking my outs to an 8-high straight while improving themselves if they were on draws. Still, the price of poker is cheap, so I call the $500 and we all see 5th Street. On 5th, I pick up another 10. Mr. 9 catches a 7 and my other opponent catches a king. Now things get interesting. My pair of 10s is likely the best hand at the moment. The 7 doesn't connect with the king, and it's less likely that Mr. 9 has Jack 10 buried for a straight since I have 2 10s. So I decide to fire a $1,000 big bet and both players call. 6th Street brings me a 5, giving me 2 pairs showing. Mr. 9 catches another 9, and my other villain catches a deuce. I've got to draw to the full house, and my 2 pairs should beat Mr. 9's hand unless he already has trips. There aren't that many low possibilities showing except for an 8-7 low by the 3rd opponent. So I bet $1,000 again, and again, both players call. I am officially worried now. The river is a useless queen. I check. Mr. 9 bets $1,000 and both me and the other opponent call. The verdict? Yep, Mr. 9 rolls over trip 9s, and Mr. 7 shows an 8-7-3 deuce ace low. I got squeezed in the middle, like one of my opponent's name was Mr. Whipple, and my name was Charmin.
Whipple. Please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Okay, in the first break that I qualified for, I actually late registered, which I never do, but I'm gonna blame Norman on that. Doing okay, lost a couple of hands, won a couple of hands. I think I'm actually above starting stack. Norman had a friend of mine come over and tell me that he had 165,000 in chips, and I'm like, that's not even possible.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At this level in the tournament, and I just went verified. He's still at starting stack. He probably, just lost some chips for being Norman Chad. Like, he didn't even play a hand. They just took some chips away from him, like an ante or blind penalty or something like that. But anyway, we're going to persevere and outlast Norman Chad. That's the mantra. Say it with me. If you want me to outlast Norman Chad, do me a favor and hit the like button right now. All right, thank you. What's going on? 2commas here. I'm standing with Chris, who is in the 7-card stud 8 or better tournament with me, and he says he watches the channel. How you doing so far?
Doing all right around starting stack.
Okay, well, we just got started, so starting stack is good. I'm gonna see you at the final table.
I'll see you on Friday.
Okay, well, look, good luck, and thanks for watching. All right, so we are on the third break of the 7-card stud 8 or better. I think it's the third break. I don't know. It might be the second break. I started a little bit late. I've got 51,000 in chips, and Norman Chad has 12,000. So he's going to be taking a walk of shame soon to get me. I don't want potato chips. I want something else. I want a candy bar. So he's going to be making that walk of shame really soon. We just got to see how it goes. I had a big hand where I started off with wired queens and a 3-up, and I was the bring in. I made a queen on 4th Street to give me a set of queens, and then I made a 3 on 5th Street to give me a full house. And there were 2 other players in the pot, and a guy ended up making a set of kings, and another guy was in it too. So we pretty much went all the way to 7th Street on that action, and that got me in good shape. So on a few minute break here, and I'm gonna keep the momentum going.
So here you go. It's your pepper. I'm halfway here. I realized I didn't get the pepper. I got something else. So I had to go back to the store. So can I exchange? And he said, man, you're having a bad day. I said, yeah, I'm having a bad day. You can't believe who I'm giving this to.
Listen, all the nights that I stayed up talking bad about you, I take it all back.
For how many ounces of beef jerky?
You're good.
So congratulations, Troy, on winning our semi-decade bet. You've evened the score, and when we do it again, I got a feeling you're going to be a favorite to go ahead 2-1.
Like I said, Norman, I take back all those bad things. I stayed up till 3, 4 a.m. countless nights talking bad about you, but I take it all back.
All right. My only chance is that the beef jerky I'm giving you expired 5 years ago, and you will be at St. Jude's emergency room within 24 hours.
I appreciate you. At least you're a man of your word. You didn't wear heels on the walk of shame, did you?
No, I do have my bowling shoes on.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Okay, just made it to another break in the Stud 8 $1,500 WSOP tournament. You saw Norman Chad did not outlast me this time. He had to bring me some beef jerky, is what I requested for my prize. So I appreciate him being a man of his word this time. Anyway, I've got about 75,000 in chips. Registration is about to close on this break. There are 600 players in the tournament right now, so probably be another maybe 30, 40, 50 people that registered during the break. So it'll be about 650 players. I think maybe like 100 or 200 have been eliminated already, but we'll see where that shakes out. But I'm in good shape right now, and I'm playing pretty good. I've made a couple of mistakes, but I think it'll be okay. I had a couple of big hands. The antes are getting really large, and the limit is getting large. It was just 12.24, but it's going up after the break, so have to play smart and stud 8. Complicated game.
Now the next hand was one of the most crucial in the tournament for me. By level 11, I had quietly run my stack up to about 125K. I was chip leader at my table. I busted a few players and some fresh blood just got seated. Antes are $500, limits are 2K, 4K. I start with queen 9 of diamonds in a hole and a 3 of diamonds up. Like Chris Tucker in Money Talks, I like my diamonds, especially when they're already 3 to a flush. My opponents are showing a king and a 4. I complete and there's 11,000 in the pot. On 4th Street, I catch the 8 of diamonds, while Mr. High catches a 10 and Mr. Low catches a 7 of hearts. Now I'm a statistical favorite to make my flush by the river, and Mr. Low leads out with Mr. High calling, and I raise, putting a squeeze on him like a $10 glass of fresh OJ. Both call and the pot swells to 23,000. On 5th Street, I brick with the 5 of spades. Looks like I could be on a low draw, but in reality, it's just a scare card for them and air for me. Mr. How Low Can You Go catches the deuce of hearts, his 3rd heart, and Mr. Broadway catches a jack. Mr. Low leads out, which probably means he has his low locked in, and Mr. Broadway calls, which is kind of interesting. I call 2 and the pot is now 35,000. On 6th Street is bang! Bang, 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 daddy, bang! I hit the king of diamonds, completing my flush, but here's the twist. Mr. Broadway catches the ace of diamonds, and Mr. Low catches the 3 of hearts, putting a possible heart flush out there. Now Mr. Broadway leads out for 4K, which is weird, so I raise the 8K. Then Mr. Low comes over the top and hits me for the 12K. Mr. Broadway calls. At this point, it's pretty clear Mr. Low's got a low and a flush. The big question is, does he have the ace high flush that beats my king high flush? Mr. Broadway's got the ace of diamonds showing, so I can't redraw to the nuts. It's also possible Mr. Low's just trying to squeeze Mr. Broadway, or he might think he's scooping with his low and his flush. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I call, but I'm not feeling great about it. The pot's already over 70,000. The river doesn't matter for anyone because we've already all made our hands by 6th Street. We all call another 4,000 and Mr. Low flips over the bad news. The ace of hearts for an ace 7 4 3 deuce. Good for both the high and the low. He scoops it all. And me, did I ever tell you my Reebok story?
Obviously, I ain't getting no love from Reebok. Did I ever tell you about my Reebok story?
Rod, gotta get back to Cushman.
Oh, you gotta get back to your golden paycheck. Oh, wait, I'll boil it down for you. Reebok.
We just went on break after level 12. Was doing really good, ran into a massive cooler. I've got about 51,000 in chips right now, so down from the previous break, and the limits are really high right now. They are 2,500, 5,000 before we went on break. People are dropping like flies. There were over 600 people in the tournament. We are under 300 people right now, and we've got 2 more. And I think we got 3 more levels before we end for the night. So this is what it's like to try to win the big one in the WSOP.
All right, the next hand is a little controversial. We're at level 14, the second to last level of the night, under 200 players left, and we can all see the money bubble creeping a little closer. Antes are 1,000 and limits are 4K, 8K. I'm dealt 7-7 in the hole with an ace up. My opponent's showing a 4. I complete the bet and we go heads up. On 4th Street, I catch an offsuit 4. He catches an offsuit 6. Pretty standard. We both look like we're chasing lows, but I've got a pair in the hole as a backup. I lead for 4,000 and he calls. On 5th Street, I catch a jack. He gets the 8 of spades. Now maybe he's made his low, maybe he paired, but it shouldn't be the 8 that paired and my 7 should still be good. So I bet 8,000 and he calls again. On 6th Street, boom, another 7. Trips. He catches the queen of diamonds, I fire for 8,000 and he calls. On the river, I catch a 10, so no full house. I'm gonna be riding with my trip 7s. Then the drama starts. The dealer accidentally turns over my opponent's river card, the 9 of spades. Now here's the rule. In stud, if the last card is accidentally exposed, it has to be reshuffled back into the deck and redealt. But my opponent, he starts losing it. He throws an absolute fit demanding that the floor comes over. It's now obvious that he needs the spade to complete the flush. He probably doesn't know it, but he might be hoping that that will allow him to scoop, and that's the truth, Ruth. So I'm sitting there stone-faced, hoping the floor upholds the rule. And he does. The 9 of spades must be reshuffled back into the deck. My opponent is steaming. He redraws a deuce, not a spade, but it does give him the low, so instead of scooping, he just gets half. I do feel kind of bad for him, but quite honestly, I'm just glad my chips didn't take a massive hit. It's too late in the tournament for that type of nonsense. So it's come to that time in the tournament that everyone dreads, when you find yourself low stacked and all in, hoping to survive. And I start off with 3 clubs, which is not bad to make a go of it. I've got a jack, 7, 8 of clubs. One of my 7s is dead, as you can see. But I pair my jacks on 4th Street, so I'm off to a good start. Not for the flush, but at least I've got a pair compared to what I'm looking at. We end up having 4 players all in, which is not the way you want to be approaching your potential final hand of the tournament. But on 5th Street, I hit another pair with my 7s, so I've got jacks and 7s, and I do feel like I've got a real chance here at making something happen, except for the fact that the other players in the hand keep betting and calling. On 6th Street, I catch an ace, which is always a good card in stud 8. I don't have a chance at a low, but just having the ace does help me out. But everyone is all in on 6th Street, and so we flip them over, and I find out I'm up against a 6 high straight, which means I have to catch a jack or a 7 to survive. But unfortunately, I don't. I catch the deuce of hearts, and that means I am eliminated in level 14.
Just got knocked out on level 14 with 165 players left, and they're paying 93.
7 call for break.
So very disappointing. One hand, I got dealt aces in the hole with 7 up. Bet the whole way in a 3-way pot because I could tell nobody had made their hand on 6th Street. On 7th Street, this lady who was catching everything made a flush when I made aces up. That was a big pot I lost. And then the same lady, I was in a hand with her where actually, I don't know how I did this, but I misread my hand. I started off with deuce 8 in the hole and a 7 up. And she made a pair of aces and another high card. But at that point, I had 4 low cards and thought I made an 8-7 low, but I actually double paired and made 7s and deuces, which I wouldn't have called her bets because she could easily have 2 pairs. She ended up having trip aces, but she had aces showing, so that means that she could have easily had a second pair beyond the aces, so I wouldn't have called the bet. So that cost me chips, and then just got it all in a 4-way pot with 2 all-ins and actually 3 all-ins. And jacks up is what I had, and I lost. So something like 70 players from the money out of a field of 600. Disappointing, but at least I got Norm and Chad to buy me some beef jerky.
And there you have it. I finally got my long-awaited big payback on Norm and Chad. Revenge never tasted so much like beef jerky. It's the most expensive beef jerky I ever had at $1,500, but it still tastes good. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share it with a friend of two that likes poker and mixed games as much as we do. In the next episode, I'm going to have my full WSOP recap before I share some more highlights and future videos of what else happened at the WSOP. And then soon after that, I will actually have a 7-card stud 8 or better tutorial video. So I will see you in the videos to come, and I will also see you on the field.